コミックパンダ
I worked for a game magazine company once. The company had become bankrupt and doesn't exist anymore. But this is a story of something that happened while I was there. In game magazines, there is a so-called cheat code section page. At that time, my company published a book on compilations of cheat codes for many old and new games. One day, there was a call from a reader. It was about a horror game created under the supervision of a well-known ghost storyteller, Mr. Ian. The caller was calling because he could not reach story number 101, which was supposed to start after watching all 100 stories. We will check on this and get back to you. I don't have that much time, so please let me know by tomorrow. The call ended at around 6. I had promised to call the reader back at 4 the next day. I had until then to do my daily workload and play 100 stories to check the cheat code. For better or worse, the magazine that the editing team was working on was due that day, so the lights were on all night and the department had been bustling. I asked some new girls in the editing team and production department to help, and we decided to take turns to play the game. Mr. Ian was featured in some of the stories, so it was fun for those who were interested in him. Much of the night had passed, 4 a.m. We had played the game non-stop and reached around the 17th story. I was eventually the only one left as people started to get exhausted. Mr. Ian's voice was speaking in the game. I was exhausted myself and was falling half asleep. Suddenly, the sound was cut off. Did it end? I lifted my heavy eyelids, and there I see. On the screen was an old lady's face up close, but the bottom half of her face was distorted. Mr. Ian's voice was repeatedly playing. She is staring. She is staring. She is staring. I got scared and reached to turn off the game. That's when it happened. Mr. Ian's voice suddenly stopped and the SE for the game started playing chaotically. The old lady's face became more and more distorted, and her whole face looked like it was having a spasm. I hit the power and turned it off. In that moment, a male voice.
You're slow.
Hey! Hey! I ran away from that seat and woke up a colleague who was asleep at his desk nearby. What? I beg you, switch with me. What is it? Are you scared? Just help me. Fine. I guess I'll help you. Hey, the data's gone. What? I checked the saved data, but it was broken. Normally, it would be under the game's title, but it was saved as What is this? Give it to me! I quickly erased the data and handed over my external hard drive that I had used as a backup. It might put you back a little, but use this to finish the game. What? What a drag. I begged him, and when he gave in and restarted the game, the cheat code worked as it should, so I called the inquirer to inform him that it was a data loading error. This is the end of this story. Game development companies and publishing companies are said to be places where incomprehensible incidents happen. If you work in such companies, be careful.